The film was a very sad journey for me. It's about my son. My son Evan was born in 1990. He was diagnosed as bipolar when he was around 11 years old, and he committed suicide when he was 15. Almost selfishly, I made the film for myself in terms of of how to go through this experience of dealing with the grief. And I honestly never imagined that anybody would see it, let alone an audience of strangers at Sundance. So it really started out as a sort of exercise for me to try to put, make sense out of the senseless, which is how can I try to understand this illness wherein the person looks so normal a lot of the times. In the process of making the film, by putting a frame around it of a narrative, you almost can distance yourself from it and say, all right, well, that experience is over there. And even though it's my experience and my family in that film, I can sort of say, well, there's a self-contained story or document. Is it the story of Evan's life top to bottom? It couldn't be. But it's there as a sort of microcosm of the experience that we had going through his illness and going through his death. Well, I think the very first thing I thought was, no one should have to feel this. No one should. It's inhuman. The experience of finding your son's body is unspeakable. And I just thought, no one else can feel this. This is not right. I'll do it because I have to, but nobody else should. So, it's somewhat naive to think that if I go around talking about what I went through, that somebody else would not go through that. But I suppose I'm naive enough to think that might have some power. And I hope it does. I don't know that it does anything other than say, this is what it looks like. This is what suicide looks like. So maybe if you're out there and you're struggling with getting help and you think, oh, it's only me, I only kill myself, it doesn't really matter, you can look at my face or you can look at the face of my family and say, this is what it looks like. And it's not pretty. This is what it looks like. It tears families apart. It's not just you. I'm Dana Perry, and my film is Boy Interrupted. It's playing in competition at Sundance.